I'm a lady just like you.
Is it on? Is it on? Is that thing recording? Well, the red light is flashing, so that means yes, it is. What's up, YouTube land, Twitter land, Instagram land, Snapchat, Grindr, Scruff, BGC, and last but not least, Christian Mingle, and the lands all across the land. This is your girl T.S. Madison, aka BKA, the BDB, and all that good shit. And I'm coming to you hoes loud, live, and in color from Brooklyn, New York. And I need to know, honey, are y'all ready? We about to have tea time with the girls.
I'm a lady just like you.
I'm not your average girl. It is tea time with the girls. We're to take it up a notch.
What's going down, everybody? It's your girl Milan Zanatti, and I'm with my girls.
Miss Fox Giselle.
And I'm Ashley.
And you are watching Tea Time with the Girls. Today is a very special episode. I'm so excited. I'm uber excited because
We're all excited.
We're all
We're all
excited.
excited,
This
yes.
woman, I adore and I respect this woman fully. And let me tell you, she is paving the way.
Breaking down
she's
doors.
Breaking down doors, literally and figuratively, honey.
Yes.
Okay.
And breaking backs.
Okay, let me tell you what, she is definitely marking her territory and she's getting that name out there. And I am so happy and so pleased to introduce the one and only, better known as Big Dick Bitch. Let's give it up for T.S. Madison.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy. Can I bring my phone?
Yes, honey, how you doing, baby?
Hi, ladies. Hi. Thank you, baby. Thank you. It's called good makeup. It's called good face.
Okay.
Good face.
This lighting is everything.
Oh my God, yes, I feel like fish. The chicken of the sea. How's everybody doing?
How you doing? Welcome to New York.
Well, I'm excited to be here. Like, New York has shown me like a mad, like I said, how y'all say, mad amount of love.
Mad love.
Mad love. New York has shown me mad love, and it's just like, no one's shady here. Everybody is, like, one thing I respect about a New York person, they gonna tell you,
Yeah.
fuck you.
To your face.
To your face.
Yeah.
Or they either gonna tell you fuck you or I fuck with you.
Yes.
Right.
And that's just what it is.
And we fuck with you.
Yes, and
on some
I'm
G
hard about it.
Listen, I love y'all girls, and you know, the little conversation that we had before over the phone, and you know, little stuff before we got together. I respect everybody. I respect y'all. Let me give you a hug.
Yes.
Thank you, you rapstress. You rapstress too. Thank you, young dog. You too, baby.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, I thank you guys for having me, and I thank you guys for getting it. For getting it. Meaning, understanding what T.S. Madison is about.
Mm-hmm.
Understanding what the whole person is behind the person.
Yes.
You know, not looking at me for how I do it, but what I do. Or, you know
And
what I do,
why
and why I do it, you know. I know at first that people had a few dispositions with me because I came into business with New Weave. Well, I was in business before New Weave.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's just the way I exploded on social media with New Weave 22 inches, yes. And I was swinging my naked, bare body everywhere. I didn't know what each individual person in this room gathered from that, but when we all talked, and we'll talk about it in the interview, you know, I understand that it was about self-acceptance and self-awareness, and making other people accept you for you accepting yourself.
Which is something that I'm glad you brought up because we were having this conversation. This is one of the first topics that we want to talk about is self-acceptance within the transgender community. Because I don't think that you realize that with that video, not only did you open doors for people not knowing about transgender women out there and that we do exist, but you also opened doors up for self-acceptance for some of the transgender women that feel ashamed of their, you know, of their piece, of their she parts.
Well, I didn't know that, you know, and I'm going to be honest about it. I didn't know that I was doing that, you know, at first.
Yeah.
At first, it was just me trying to promote BigDickBitch.com, because that's
Yeah.
what it's about. But then sometimes what you have to do as an individual is take yourself outside of yourself and look at what you're doing.
Yes.
Like, and I actually took myself outside of myself and I looked at what I was doing and I started listening to what people were saying. There were people that were saying, "Oh, Madison, you're a detriment to the transgender community because you're out here making us look bad by swinging your cock around." My response to them, "Fuck y'all hoes, I'm getting money and this and the other, whatever." But then I had to actually really start looking and watching, like, people from all types of media, mainstream media, were watching.
You sparked
It
conversation.
was conversation and controversy and stuff like that, and I just was like, you know what, Maddie, and I'm not apologizing for me trying to make money.
Oh, please don't.
But what I'm saying is that I understand why the people at home that are probably looking at this were angry with me at one point. I understand, especially for people that take transition extremely serious.
Yeah.
I understand why you were angry. But you have to understand my position in the beginning. I was selfish. I was only worried about making my money. That was it. Like, as long as it brought me money, I was fine. But after I sat back and I evaluated, I said, okay, Madison, you've made your money, you're making money, but now people are calling you to do interviews and they're going to talk to you about why did you do it and this and that. Make sure you express to the people, it was about a money thing, but what you learned in the process. And I'm glad that I get platforms like this.
So now you've become a role model.
I've become aware.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been given the role model title. I'll accept it if they don't want to give it to me.
Like Rihanna, you didn't sign up for it.
Yeah, I didn't say, but I'll accept it if they give it to me. If they don't give it to me, I'll accept that too.
Yeah, I think
You
you're
understand what I'm
wrong.
saying? But I'm gonna always, on each time that I have an opportunity to speak about it, or to speak about our community, or things that affect even the gay community, because trans and gay issues are similar but different. But we have each experience both parts of them.
Yeah.
So when I have the opportunity to speak up or speak out or talk about to the people that are listening, like celebrities and stars and journalists that want to write about our issues, I say things like, I understood where I was, but this is where I am now, and this is where we are going
Yes.
as the community.
And that's the thing about you being a role model, is because you didn't even plan that.
No.
But because you have so much confidence in yourself,
Yes.
Us as trans women, we have that where we self-hatred.
Yes.
And to see you accept yourself and love yourself and flaunt it, like, you know what I'm saying? And just be you.
But at that time, it was for me to make money.
Mhm.
But now I don't, and it's still held against me.
But see, things like that happen unintentionally.
Yeah.
When you're doing things
Yeah.
unintentionally, not
And you have
trying
to
do it,
understand
it
something.
happens.
I look at you in so many ways, like the transgender Madonna in a way, because of the fact that you have such confidence in
Yeah.
yourself. You put yourself, you're unapologetic.
No.
You're very unapologetic, and you have sparked a lot of confidence within other trans people. Because I know myself. I have had a couple incidents where I flashed my piece in front of a trade, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you like T.S. Madison."
Oh, you a big dick bitch too, girl.
Yes, I am. I'm a big dick bitch. I'm a big dick bitch. Yeah.
Oh my God, we posted that picture in social media. Is going up.
Is it?
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
That's
And I think that is, thank you so much for joining us, because
Yeah, I know that's right.
Like in a few seconds.
Okay, I just wanted to say real quick, I'm gonna let you go, but about sparking confidence in other trends.
Mhm.
I used to be so ashamed, and at times
No,
I'm
why?
not gonna lie.
You're so beautiful. Why
Thank
would be
you,
ashamed?
but about having my pussy stick, because they like always tell me that I like to stunt and act, play fish,
Pussy
which I
stunt.
do, you know.
Yeah.
But there was one time that you were having these shirts that she has a dick, and I even told her one time, I'm like, girl, we should get one of those shirts and just walk
We
around.
talked
and
about
have-
it on the show.
Yeah, we talked about
Yeah.
it, yeah. And I'm like, I really wanted a shirt, and said she has a dick,
Yeah.
you know, because I want to see people gag. But then, like, I don't know, like, I'm still kind of like, you know.
But you have to understand. When I walked in the room and I looked at you, I was like, oh my God, you see her this beautiful. I didn't immediately say you were a trans woman. I just like you were pretty. And what made you special is that you have a penis. That makes it special. And I want trans women out there to understand that that's your special piece. That's your,
Yes.
that's the missing link. This is what keeps them with us, and what keeps them with fish is their special piece.
Mhm.
Women have their purpose, we have our purpose. It's what it is. You can't ever deny yourself who you are, because this is what it is. You're gorgeous, you're beautiful, you look like a woman. You have that. When you get naked and take off your clothes. You have to look in your mirror with confidence and you have to love yourself. You have to look at that thing like, yes, I see this right here. This is perfection.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what.
And low key, there's probably some fish out there that wish that they could have.
Yeah.
I've heard girls say that. Like,
Yeah.
if I had to pick, I'd be fucking
Especially the ones that use strap-ons.
Yes.
Because I remember you made a video about trying to explain to females why do men like transsexuals?
Yeah.
Because a lot of them do not understand. They're like, but she has a dick.
Yeah.
She don't have a pussy. But in this day and age, 2015, men, they want a girl with a big ass, big dick, big tits,
Yeah.
big everything.
Yeah.
And they
they're
want it to
leaving-
be functional.
And I want a man
Pussy
with a
for
big
that.
bank account.
Yeah,
No
well,
shade.
shit, that's a must. That's a
Yeah.
must.
Yeah.
But what you have to, what I had to understand was that women will never understand it until they understand it. Meaning, like, a woman should know, sweetie, when women tell me you ain't got no pussy, I got a real pussy, and I'm like, I understand you.
I'm a female.
I'm a female.
I'm a female.
And I tell them all the time, I understand that you're female.
Yeah.
That's what makes you what you are. But I don't have a real pussy, and I have a dick, and that's what makes me a trans woman, and that's what makes your man interested in me.
Yeah.
Because you have a real pussy, and I don't. That's what it is. You have a pussy, and I don't.
I think what a lot of females do get twisted is that they think that we aspire to be just like
Like
them.
them, yes.
Just like we want to bleed like them, we want to have children. And there are some trans women that may want to be, but there are some trans women that are comfortable in their own truth.
Yes.
That they are comfortable having that
But
big
also,
dick.
there's some girls that are in denial about their penis. I know a girl who walks around with tampons, and she accidentally drops them around because she wants people to believe that she has a vagina.
I used to do that. I would
Some
go to
girls
the
do
store
that.
and buy tampons. Well, I used to use them to like tuck, and you know what I'm saying? Like it gives it tuck, what you
Yeah,
need,
well, the
you know.
maxi pad. She put the
Exactly.
maxi pad in
And then when I
the tub.
buy them,
to
I
make it
feel
soft.
way more cunt. Like when I go to the store, you know, I feel more cunt. Or like if I'm with a trade and I'll have it in my purse, I'm like, oh, sweetie, can you
Well,
have my lighter?
well, may I ask you all a question? So, do you think that if you had an SRS surgery done, do you think that that would have boosted your confidence? Do you think it would have made you more woman if you had it? Do you don't think that by us being trans women, you don't think that the woman has to start here?
Here. It does.
Yeah.
It does.
And here,
I've heard stories of girls that got it done and they're just
miserable.
Well, I've had the chance to get my sex change done 3 times. The last time was in 2005, January 2005, and I had the money for it. I was gonna go and see Dr. Pretcher. I had sent him the $500 deposit and everything like that. And the month before I was supposed to get it done, I don't know if this was the universe working against me or for me, but I started getting all these big booty boys coming to see me. And they were,
You can't
and they
you
were
can't cut them
coming
off.
and they were coming to see me, and they were like very demanding, like, I want you to fuck me. And I started enjoying it, and then after that month or so, I started saying to myself, this is gonna be gone after next month, and I canceled it. I canceled it because I said to myself, what's gonna happen when I pass by that big booty boy and I want to bend him over, and I can't bend him over because I have a cut between my legs?
Yeah, but I'm gonna say something that somebody out there that's watching might use as a retort to that.
Yeah.
Someone out there might say, well, are you only in being a trans woman for sexual purposes?
Oh no.
Yeah, because listen, someone told me, they said, Madison, they asked me this question. They said, Madison, is transsexual for you a business? And I had to think like, well, everything I do, I got a price tag. Like everything that I do, I charge. Except for talking with the girls or, you know what I'm saying, like interviews. And I had to think like, oh my God. And even right now, I'm thinking like, well, oh my God, did I turn my transgender self into a walking business? Did I do that? Or am I comfortable as being a trans woman?
That's
Like,
a good question.
you know what I'm saying? Did I do that? Because I would say about 80% of us work in the sex business. Whether we do it 9 to 5, whether we do it on a side job, you know, some of us that is our 24-hour job is working in the sex business. An escort, call girl, dominatrix, stripper, dancer, whatever. Whether we do it, whether we pay for schooling to do it, we work in that type of business. So my thing is, it's just like, does your penis, does you having your penis
Define.
doesn't define you. And okay, let's say if you have it removed, would your
Vagina make you.
would that define you? Would that make you, because you gotta survive some kind of way. You can get a job, you can do this stuff, but once you're accustomed to making a certain amount of money, and am I lying or am I telling
No,
you?
you're telling the
When
truth.
you're accustomed to making a certain amount of money, there's no 9 to 5 that's gonna give it to you like that.
Oh no.
Each one of us has,
You get addicted to the lifestyle.
you do.
Yeah.
So when that person posed the question to me, when they said, Madison, have you turned your transgenderism into a business? I had to sit back and I was like, I don't know. I'm still stuck now, like I don't know, because
That's a thought-provoking question.
it's because I love being a trans woman. I love being a trans woman. This bitch is everything. If you ain't no trans woman, honey, and you thinking about being it, it's everything. Now you got, but you have to go through whatever you're gonna have to go through. You're gonna have to go through the ups and downs with it. But if you decide that that's what you want to be, that's everything. Be yourself. But I'm sitting here now, like, you know, that question, I'm still stuck right now.
Right.
Because I can't talk to a man without thinking that he owes me. Because you know men come to us, they want to have sex with us.
Yes.
But even, wait, real quick, even though you still think about that question, maybe that answer is not for you to understand yet, because the purpose-driven life says that you are born for a reason.
Yeah.
And there's times that I'll be at her house and I'll be going through it, and I'm like, girl, what do I do? Pop her videos on, and I'll be kicking,
Yeah.
laughing, and I laugh, and that brings joy to my heart because you make me laugh. You know.
And I talk some real stuff, like,
Yeah.
and it's just like,
Even when you say, as I gotta do my T.S. Madison impression, I'm gonna read the eyes out of your holes.
yes, honey,
Yes.
and what I mean now,
Yes.
I read the eyes out of you bitches, but I mean that.
It comes
you
from
know.
love. Every time I
Yeah.
see it
Yeah.
dating,
Yeah.
because I spoke to someone, they said, oh, T.S. Madison's always yelling and stuff. I said, but she's passionate.
Yeah.
Every time she reads someone, she's passionate.
I don't always yell, they always find those videos.
Yeah.
There are videos I'm out.
Because you're in the chateau, all that space,
Yeah, that space.
the echo. honey.
You know, I'm out having fun, and I show all. When you have a following and you have people that see you for who you have to show all different sides of you.
Yeah.
I've cried on my videos. I've laughed. I've had good times with my mom. I've set up and had problems in the airports. And you have to know, because there's somebody out there watching you as a trans person or a gay person that's struggling with something and saying,
Or even a non-trans person,
Person.
even a non-GLBT person
Yeah.
that can relate to you.
they're saying like, man, I'm having a bad day. This happened to me in the airport, or
Yeah.
damn, my mom died, or my aunt died, or someone in my family passed away, or I'm having the same issue that she's having. Like, we're no different than anybody else.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
We're no different than anyone else. And I hate to see people say, oh, well, you know, y'all have mental problems because y'all
Yeah.
want to be chicks with their.
I hate that. That's what I don't like. They think we're crazy,
We're
or
crazy.
insane, and it's not like that.
It's not that way.
Because they've seen the World Star Hip Hops. They've seen women. They've seen trans women in bad light.
Yeah,
when they see Jerry Springer,
no
Maureen,
shade, no shade. I have to say that they saw me in a bad light by doing it. And that's why I'm here stating that at one point I was selfish. I wasn't concerned about the views and how I look at the community, because I didn't really think that I was a part of the community like that. Because I had a video, I said, fuck the community ain't did shit for me, which they didn't do
Yeah.
shit for me. But then I had to say, you know what, Madison, you're getting a lot more attention and a lot more eyes are focused on you. Do something different. Do something that's
And I
something
can,
different.
I can admit, as a transgender rapper, you know, there was a time that I was selfish and I outed someone out that, you know, I do regret, because I was selfish at the time. I was selfish. I didn't think about the impact that it was going to make. And, you know, later on, another girl did the same thing, and she got much more notoriety than I did. But the fact of the matter is that I understand where you're coming from,
Yeah.
because of the fact that you don't think about the impact that it's going to make on the
On the
whole community.
On the whole, you
have
don't.
to- yeah.
You know, I was selfish, but I'm not, you know, even with me being as given as I am,
But it's okay, because it's okay to make that mistake because you grow from that mistake.
but they have to let it go.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all have to let it go, because there are people out there that look at videos and stuff. Oh, I don't like her because she makes it trans. And I'm like, well, when was the last time you saw me swing my dick around? Oh, on BigDickBitch.com, well, you're gonna see it there, dog.
Yeah, and you're gonna pay to see it.
that's where you're gonna. That's
And
where
you're going to pay to see it.
Correct. You know.
A lot of girls always talk about that, who's a bad representation or a good representation. When I was young, I'm 25. When I was
You
growing
still
up,
a young baby.
all I had was
Okay.
RuPaul. All I knew was RuPaul.
Yeah.
And when I met RuPaul, I told RuPaul
Yeah.
that I'm trans, but I still idolize you.
Yeah.
And they say, oh, you live for the drags, like, cause I live for drag. I live for the I watch RuPaul's Drag Race. Oh, that's drag queen stuff. I'm like, why is there such division with the gays and the trans and the drags? Like, why is it? It's like you have to. It's like a lot of girls want to police who we hang out with, what we do, and who we idolize and
Like
stuff.
hatred in our own community.
Yeah, it's a lot of that.
Yeah, so much.
Well, we will never achieve acceptance from anyone because we won't allow ourselves to accept each other. We won't do that.
It's true.
We will
It's
not
so
allow
true.
us. We won't. There's no specific handbook on how to be a woman.
Yeah.
There's no handbook on how to be a woman or how to be. You just have to be.
Be you.
You just have to be. There's no specifics. Like, if you want to wear your hair long every single day and bust it down the middle and have your boobs sitting up like this, there's women that do that, you know.
Yeah.
There are women that are whores and thoughts and slut. So when trans people start talking about, oh, you know, that's not a good life. What are you talking about? There's women that do that.
Yeah.
Each one of us sitting here on this sofa represents some woman.
Yeah.
Each one of us sitting here. So when people say ignorant stuff like that in our community, I'm like, girl, back. I'm very girl, back.
Dismissed.
Girl, bitch, please. I know some bitches that's 10 times worse than me that will bust a split when they put their pussy on a hot pavement doing a split on Martin Luther King Day at the parade. A real one. So don't talk about me swinging my dick around. Oh, that's terrible. Oh my God. Oh, that's not ladylike. Well, tell me what is a lady? There's all types of fish, honey.
I agree.
That's true. It is true. And another thing I respect about you is that you're humble. No matter how far you come or how much money you make, you've always been humble. And I must say this because there's a girl that was supposed to be on a reality show, mind you, okay? And we had beef before. We were gonna fight before. We squashed it. So then I tried to add her page, and she was like, "Oh, go add my fan page since you're such a fan, ma. Bye." But that's why the show got canceled because a pride becomes before a fall. Unlike T.S. Madison, she stayed humble, and look where she's going. She's moving mountains, honey.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, humbleness is the key.
Well,
All
humility.
that cocky, I can't stand cocky transgenders.
I've learned in this lifestyle that humility is the key to greatness. Humility is the key because people will give you more when you come in accepting and acknowledging that you're equal. I don't feel superior to anybody in this room. Even if I had $10 billion, I wouldn't feel superior to anyone in this room.
I know, like when I see you come in, I'm like, "Ooh, girl, she came to the hood," and you was like,
I'm like, bitch, I'm from the hood.
Right.
I don't care how many chateaus I live in.
Oh,
shit.
okay.
I'm from the hood, so I'm not gonna be like, ugh. I can't deal with people like that. I can't. Like I've met celebrities at events that I've been to, and they was giving all that, and I'm like, girl, first of all, when was your last hit?
"Okay."
When was your last hit, girl? I mean,
Yeah.
girl, let's.
I just want to say that I think that this brings us to the next topic to transgenders in the entertainment industry, and I think this is very appropriate that you're here because of the fact that you have elevated from one point in the, you were in the adult entertainment industry, and you've elevated yourself to the regular entertainment industry. And I'm just wondering to myself, like, do you feel like any pressure when you are a transgender woman in the entertainment industry? Just kind of like how, if you've noticed, like in the female rap in the female rap industry, they always like to pit two females against each other.
Yeah.
Do you feel any pressure, like
I
to be
feel
pitted against another transgender woman
yes.
that may have the same?
Well,
Yeah.
I feel that it's that people think that I'm the only one that wants the spot or something like that. And I'm like, girl, what spot? You are important. You are important. You're important. I'm important. Janet is important. Laverne is important. Carmen, even though I don't really care for her like that, she's important. Like these are important people.
Yeah.
Even Samantha is important. They're important.
Yeah, but she needs to stop trying you. Like that's really old. Like
Listen,
that needs to stop.
She
Like,
does, and I'm glad we got on this stuff, because I want people to understand I'm not beefing with anybody. I don't have the time to beef. I'm gonna read your ass and walk away. Oh, kiss my ass, keep going or whatever. When you get your shit together, then you come for me. But I'm not beefing or having a problem with anybody. Am I opinionated about stuff? Yes, because you're opinionated. We're all opinionated about stuff. If you saw me somewhere doing some shit online, you're gonna be like, now you know what Madison. You was wrong for that shit. Who is this calling me? Gio, please. I'm sorry, don't cut.
And shout out to her team, Dre and Gio. They are amazing.
Yes,
And they're
they're on
definitely,
point.
yes, they doing their thing. Definitely.
So, we're allowed to have opinions about something. And it's just that now that I'm under heavy scrutiny about what I say. So if I say something, I'm bashing. Or she's reading, or she thinks she's better because she got money, or she thinks she got more money than this, or this and the other.
She has more believers.
She got this and the other. And I'm like, no, it's I have a problem. If you do something, why can't I not say anything? So what I've done with the whole Samantha thing is I've gotten quiet.
And you've handled it very brilliantly.
Like a lady.
Very mature.
Yes, very mature.
I got quiet.
Because one thing I can say as a recovering drug addict myself, is that when I see Samantha, I've admired some things that she's done. I've disagreed with other things that she's done, but I see that the disease, I see the disease coming through her, the disease of addiction coming through her. And basically, I don't judge too much.
But one thing, at least she acknowledges it. I mean,
Yeah, she acknowledges
She makes
it.
videos.
She
and it's
stands
like,
in her truth
that's what we
about that.
root for her, but then she's human.
Yeah,
She's
she
relaxed.
is.
But it's like you have to keep it real with yourself because you have all these people root for you.
Yeah.
And it's like we're watching like, oh, you're doing good. Then,
Yeah, and then people, you know what I don't like about it? It's the fans, it's the people that try to keep the stuff going.
Yeah, put you
because
against
I
each
haven't
other.
said nothing about. I haven't said anything. Have I been subliminal with certain stuff here and there? Only when I'm attacked. I only fire back. You can't get mad because my bark and the bite is bigger than yours. You can't get mad for that. You know what I'm saying? You can't get mad at the people that follow me.
Preach.
The people follow me because I've given to the people. I've told the people, yes, I did this wrong, or whatever. Here's what I'm saying. I'm sorry. Let me change my way around, and let me actually, while the spotlight is on me, be a voice for the community. Let me do this. Let me fix whatever I did wrong or whatever. You can't help that people have said, you know what, I'm behind Madison 100%, and then they see you over here making a video talking about how fat, superficial shit. You're fat. You're fat, you're not cut, I'm cut. All this stuff that's irrelevant.
That don't
it's
matter.
that ballroom mentality.
And that's why I'm not going to sit up and argue or go back and forth with anybody over superficial things. Because me being fat, I can fix fat. I can go get liposuction tomorrow. I can get on a trend. I can do these things tomorrow.
It really hurt me when she was making the comments because it's like when you read her for
Out of love.
the messy things that she does, that she knows.
And
she
you read
does.
her out of love.
And she attacked you for your appearance and
Yeah.
being a big girl, which you were
It
very,
was just
it's like a low blow.
very
And
Let me tell you
have
something.
all her fans come at you.
And they were coming, but see, my fans are stronger.
The Maddie Mob.
Let me
Shout
tell you.
out to the Maddie Mob.
Yes,
I've been Madison all the way because every time I speak to you, you have always been positive.
Yes.
Every time
If
we
you
spoke
call
on
me,
the
I pick up the phone.
all the
Now, if
time.
I ain't busy now,
I know that.
But the thing about it is, I'm not beefing with nobody. With our own girls, no man. We got enough. We have enough opposition outside.
And we're not that big either to be beefing with each other.
No, because it's one
We're
or
still
two.
growing.
Yes, I'm not gonna be over here beefing. Like fuck you all. That was it. Whoever saw that the last time,
Yeah.
that was all. It's none of that ever. If she decides she wants to keep going with that stuff, whatever, she can do that. That's fine. In my heart, I feel like, and my manager may disagree with me with certain things, but in my heart, I feel like the woman has she has an exceptional transition story. How she transitioned from being a hardcore crack addict, methamphetamine or whatever she's
And still going through it.
and still how she's transitioned from that, and she's becoming she's living her life and helping someone else on the streets or whatever come off it. But your story is not gonna be finished or helping anybody if you're still living in that shit.
Yeah.
And that's all I got to say.
And we're
about
rooting
it.
for her. I think that I'm rooting for her. I
I
want
want
to see
the
her.
best
I want
for her.
all the girls
I mean,
to
she's
do
a
good.
trans. She's a trans.
A sister. She's our sister. We
But
got
you know what? Moving on from her, I'm rooting for just the transgender community, period, because I feel like no.
Shade.
No, it's not shade. No, I feel like in the community,
but before you do that, because I have something
Yeah.
to say to her. Like at the end of the day, like regardless, we're rooting for you. We want you to become.
We love you.
Because,
Yes,
like
sister.
Madison said, she comes at you with love, and you come at her so
Fact.
negatively. And I mean, it's none of my
She
business.
did
and you-
apologize. I just.
But then the next day, she goes off again.
It
Like
was a
that's
backhand.
But that's because
Let
the
me just
fans,
say
the
this, but
fans
hold
are
on.
trying to fuel fire, like Nicki
Back-
and Kim.
At
The fans go at each
the end
other.
of the day,
They milk it.
She's a grown woman. If she wants positive results, she
got
has to
my
give
number.
positive energy.
Yeah.
And all that negative
We have
energy
each other's
is not
number.
good. You're not going to grow like that.
We have each
No
other's
shade.
number. When
It
when
is what
those
it is, and I hope you get better.
I
We're
do
praying
too.
for you.
When those videos come out, she has my number. Girl, call me.
Yeah.
I'm not shady. You call me.
Yeah.
I see Samantha on the phone. What's the girl? Like I mean that we've spoken before over the
Yeah.
telephone. So I'm just like when this last video popped out, I just was like, well, what the fuck? What did this come
Girl,
from? And then I got this. You know, but she can't get upset because my fans go after her. Like, she can't get mad. You gotta accept it. When I read her fans came after me. You know what I do to them hoes? Green lane. because they are not who I'm talking to. I'm talking to her.
Yeah.
It's her I'm talking to. Like, girl, get your shit together. I see they said she's going to mortuary school and
That's
she's
good.
cleaner. I want to see that for her.
Yeah.
the best.
I want to see that for her. But
All that negative.
as far as her not letting me have it, bitch, you could possibly never. Now, what are we talking about?
Okay, now next subject.
This is what I wanted to talk about since we're on the subject of girls in the entertainment industry. I think for the year 2015, we're making such strides
Yes.
with Madison, with Laverne Cox
Yes.
getting her own CBS show.
Yes.
Janet Mock.
Janet Mock.
Yes.
Shout
You
out
know,
to the girl.
And I think that it's just, we need to concentrate on elevating each other.
Yes.
Elevating each other.
Yes.
And, uplifting each other.
Yes.
We're going to have problems. There are going to be girls that are not going to like each other.
You ain't gonna like
You know.
everybody now. Shit.
Yeah, exactly. There's girls that don't like certain segments of this show, but the fact of the matter is that how we grow is through criticism, constructive criticism.
Yes, and don't be afraid to take it. And don't be afraid to get up under there and read those comments what people are saying about you. Don't take it personal, but if 10 people are saying the same thing in those comments, you should be able to evaluate yourself.
Yeah.
Like I had to evaluate, like Madison, you know what I'm saying? You must, all of these people are saying this and the other. So I had to, you know what, let me think about this. Let me think about what I'm doing. And then I was like, you know what, maybe I need to do something.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to try to get the path together or whatever. You have to be open to doing that. Shit, but if they don't like you, well, I will say this to girls. Once someone has already created an opinion about you, sometimes you can't change it. You just got to move on. Everybody's not gonna like you, everybody ain't gonna fuck with you.
That's real clear.
Just got to move on. You got to ride with who ride with you. These girls ride with me. I came all the way from the city over here to Brooklyn. My boo said this was the hood. I was like, girl, fuck the hood.
I know that's
We sitting down here about to talk. 1 million people may not see this. 1,000 people may not see this. 100 people may see this. 1,000 people may see it. Somebody, 2 or 3 people out there gonna say, you know what? She touched my life. She touched me. And if you could change 1 person a day in this huge world, or 2 people a day in this huge world, you're doing a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
And that's that positive energy
That's
going
it.
around, and that's what I'm saying.
That's
Like,
it.
It's about positive energy because all that negativity, you
It
just
got to
stay
go.
stuck in life.
We have enough battles to fight. Enough.
Amen.
Yeah,
There are
Amen.
enough battles to fight. Bitch, we got to fight the damn
We always
boys.
talk about we always talk about on the show about there is a complete lack of sisterhood in the community. There's too many girls that are fighting over boys, fighting over
And
trade,
there's boys
fighting
trying to
over
kill
days.
us.
Yeah,
we
well,
are.
we're broken. We are broken in our community we're broken in our community because of superficial things. Looks. We're broken for that,
Yeah.
I want pussy. I'm kind of, I don't like
I
her
don't-
because
I can't stand
she's-
people like that.
We're broken for that, and we're broken.
Oh, I can get your tray.
Yes,
I can get your tray.
I can snatch your. We're broken because of that.
And low key, that tray will have that Bush Queen.
Low key, that
Yeah.
trade will have his homeboy,
Yes.
Okay.
the dude that drove him over to your house,
Yes.
Finish them up.
Real.
the
Yeah.
one he hangs with every day.
Okay. Playing Xbox.
Yes,
That secretly don't see it for you.
yes.
That's real. My ex-boyfriend used to be on that Xbox like 8 hours a day.
With his homeboy.
We're not together no more because Advanced Warfare came out and he tried it. Girl didn't call me back for 8 hours. That's crazy.
Where was his homeboy?
I don't know. Supposedly upstairs.
Oh, okay.
Honey.
I've had a homeboy situation.
I ain't touching it.
I've had a homeboy situation. Oh, nigga. Oh, you do all that.
Okay.
Shit, you should have let me know. Bitch, I thought he was cute too.
Okay, we could all have Girl, we could all have fun. Hey, ain't
You
no
know?
fun if the homies can't have
That's
it.
right. But this is the division comes for superficial stuff. It comes over boys. I mean, I wouldn't say it will come over money, but you know, it's those two are the major factors. Looks, like who looks better than who, and who this and the other. And at one point, I blamed the ballroom scene for that. I did.
I did see that video. I remember seeing that video.
At one point I did, because at one point I didn't understand the ballroom, because I never was a part of the ballroom scene. You know, I would just see girls walking against girls, and you know, listen, some people take that shit so serious. They be fighting after the balls about this stuff, and they don't want to get along with people because, oh well, she's more fab than you, she's more pussy than you. First of all, when you walk out there into society, I get clocked, you get clocked, we get clocked, bitch, and then you don't get clocked, I don't get clocked. You know, somebody's gonna clock somebody.
Yeah.
That's just what it's going to be. I don't give a fuck how many panel of judges sit up there on a table to say tens, tens, tens. When you walk out there, honey, in front of that damn McDonald's and they say, thank you for, hey sir, can I take your order? He just let you know that 10 you got in, the 10 you got in that room,
All that trophy, they
now that
shit.
choke that means shit, because you out here in the real world, you know?
It just served you.
But then after me doing my investigations and stuff on it, because I knew nothing about the ballroom scene. I understand some aspects of the ballroom scene now, because it's about a family thing. A lot of us have been thrown out on the streets by our family.
Yeah.
So they return to other queens or whatever. And I'm sorry to be rambling, but I'm trying to get.
No.
We turn to other queens. The reason why I'm so feminine and so womanly is because I wasn't introduced to gay until I was about 20. When I was in transition, women raised me. And I learned this going down the road. A lot of girls act like excuse me for this word. A lot of girls act like faggots and queens and shit like that. And they look like women in the face. But they act like goddamn.
They spoke some.
It's because they were raised by gay boys and they didn't have that mother or aunt or female figure, real woman figure, to actually give them the essence of a real woman. It was being raised in the house, the ball house, and fags
And reading.
Yeah.
Oh, she can read.
So this is, you might be sitting on all this mug, but you're a queen. You're a homosexual man trapped in the inside of all of this.
I want to ask you this. What do you think of females? I'm not going to say no names, but females that take from our community. So,
You mean Tamar and Wendy and all that stuff, but there are things that they have to understand, like you have to know, pay homage to our community.
Yeah, because
You-
we're
We're
not,
already this small.
we're in the dark. People,
We're
you know,
this small. You can't
there's
go
people that still
here.
don't think that we exist.
Right.
and what the shade is that when you go to Wendy's, when you go to Wendy's show, and her staff knows that you're trans, she puts you all the way in the back.
I actually
Because-
went with David last, and
Yeah.
when they found out I was trans, they put us in the back left.
Yeah.
And then they escorted us out after the show was over, but everybody else was getting gifts in the audience. Everybody was getting like a goodie bag. We didn't get none of that.
Yeah, she used the tea. I mean, I remember when her radio show was what it was. And she used all that tea stuff, like all the tea she was getting from the girls, because the girls are feeling fab, giving tea, like, girl, this was it, we was doing this and we were doing
It's
that.
culture still.
Yeah, and she was like, yes, girl, spilling all the tea, and then have the girls on the show so they can spill the tea. You know, I personally find that if you're gonna do it, bitch, give us a percent from it.
Yeah.
Bitch, we gotta eat, we need jobs.
Give us a shout out.
No, fuck the shout out.
Shout out.
Fuck the shout out. We need jobs.
Yeah.
The biggest thing that's lacking in our trans community, we need jobs.
Yeah.
We need work.
Career.
We need careers, yes.
Yes.
We need that.
I agree
There's so
with you.
many trans girls that are so
Talented.
talented, and we're like seen as just laughs
Yes,
and kiki.
Yeah.
and sex.
And
There's
stunt
more. We can
queens.
do more than give good blowjobs and you
Yes.
know,
That be
more.
stunt queens.
And but what we have to do is we have to step outside of that box and we have to apply ourselves. T.S. Man's gonna apply herself. When my manager's always online looking, like when there's casting roles, we hit up like, hey, what y'all looking for? What's up? I just got cast for 2 things.
Word.
For 2 things I just got casted for. So, you know, the script just came in the other day. And they're not casting me as a trans person. I came, I showed up to the reading, I read, I did my monologue, and they was like, yeah, we want her. That's just what it was. You know, I made sure they knew because some of the stuff that I was reading, some of the stuff I was reading on the script was like, it was between a man and a woman. And I was like, well, y'all gotta understand it. I'm not gonna be kissing a man if you don't know that this dick gonna get hard while he kissing me. So y'all do know. They said, yeah, we good. You are talented, you know?
Yeah.
So you can't I tell people, don't use transsexual or transgender as a crutch. That you are special.
Yeah, especially with acting.
Yes, you walk
You
in
can
the
play
door.
a female.
You can walk in the door with that shit. Hi, my name is such and such and such. They ask you your gender. I'm trans.
Yeah.
Okay, like what?
Stop using it as a crutch.
If there's one thing as we close out that you could say
No, we're not gonna close out.
No, I'm not saying we're closing
Oh,
out. No, I'm saying as we're closing out on the last topic and everything like
I was
that.
trying to close
Yeah.
out.
Sorry.
No, if there's one thing that you could say as we close out with the last topic, because I know you talked to Milan over the phone, and I know there was something that you wanted to talk about transgender people and the community. And what was it that she was talking about?
The PrEP pill.
We're talking about the PrEP pill, and that's not true.
Yeah.
That's for everybody.
Yes, for everybody, but we are linked highly to it, and we're linked highly to it because once people find out, or once you say something about you being trans, or the first read that people bring on us is
You're sick.
You're sick. You got AIDS.
She got the
Which is not
Let
true.
me explain something to you. As long as you fucking, you can get AIDS. Now there is a pill out there. It's called the PrEP.
Yeah, it's Truvada.
Truvada. You know.
Yeah.
It's the pill that they use to treat. They
Yeah.
treat the girls, right?
Prevention.
It's
believe
Prevention and Truvada together. It's a red and I know because I did my studies on it as well. Because I heard about Truvada that you can start taking that to prevent HIV.
Listen, and they said you can, if you take it within 24 hours after you've had a sexual encounter with someone, that you,
A risky encounter.
risky.
Which all unprotected sex is risky.
risky.
If you're gonna be doing unprotected, trust that person.
Yes.
And you know, because no one's gonna lie, no one looks sick. If the person is sick, you're not gonna know by looking. Condoms were made
No one's
as
going
if
to really
everyone
come out
had
and
it.
say,
No, they're
hey,
not.
I'm HIV
The
positive.
condoms were made as if everyone had it.
Correct.
So you're supposed to use them, you know.
But let's say you don't, and you have a risque, an accident.
Okay.
It got really hot. It got really hot.
The PrEP.
It got really hot.
Yep, the PrEP pill is like the abortion, not the abortion pill. The
Plan B.
Plan
Yeah.
B. That's what it's like. You know, I don't really know deep into it because I just joined an organization called STAR, and Mariah Lopez is training me in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You know. And she was telling me about the PrEP, and I was like, bitch, you send me 10 bottles of that shit.
Okay.
I wear my rubbers, but bitch, you know, I like to taste it without no shake, without no
So let's
bag.
cast the 6 time with the girls while you're at it.
Yeah, you know? But
Yeah.
my thing is, it's just, you know, it's imperative that we make sure that we're on our health, and that, you know, because that we can knock that stigma right out of the way.
And a lot of the girls give each other that stigma. When they don't like the girl,
Oh, she's sick.
we give it to each other. As far as
You know how I
the,
start killing them hoes because I'm gonna get on the motherfucking PrEP. I'm gonna pull my PrEP out. Sorry, boo, I can't get it.
No shade.
Why do you think that there are so many girls out there that are at high risk for getting, you know, HIV and things of that nature?
Well, and I'm gonna say this, and this is gonna be very serious. You never get HIV from your client. 90% of it, well, like I said, 80% of it, excuse me, are in the adult and teen world. You don't get STDs from your client. You always get it from your husband.
Or the trade?
The trade. Eventually, we think every trade is a husband.
No shade.
Yeah.
You don't get it from your client because the first thing we do with a client, we from beginning to end, we put a rubber. Well, most of us.
Yeah.
From beginning to end, we put a rubber on with the client because we thinking, oh, he's nasty because he's dating us.
Yeah.
But that trade come in the door, dicking us down, or we sucking his dick raw, or something like that. We ain't thinking nothing about that. It's like, ooh, he fine, ooh, yes. But the client, we've already put that stigma in our head that the client, oh, he dates this one, he might have the gift. You understand what I'm saying?
I do, yeah.
So we
And
don't.
he's the healthy, and he's more healthy than
Then
the
the
Trey.
tray, then the one we laying up talking about is our
Yeah.
husband, bitch. You filling us up with creamy pies every night, and bitch, you go to the, you
Preach.
going to where you going on, and you sick as hell because of your husband, not your client. So a lot of us,
And you're wondering why you have that cold and it's not going away.
right?
Oh.
A lot of us have had husbands, those overnight husbands, because we want love just like everybody else.
Yeah.
And I personally think that we sometimes we take sexual affection to the extreme and call it love.
Yeah.
Because we can get into a relationship really quick.
Real quick.
A trans or gay? Oh, bitch. We get a
Should
relationship
have
really
husband
quick.
like that.
Bitch, we started fucking around with a boy on Friday, honey. He moved in by Monday. Bitch, by motherfucking Tuesday, he already done gave us 2
That's
babies.
her ass. That is Bob Shazam right there, bro. She got it.
Oh my God. I had to step away from that. I had to step away from that.
I mean, because it happened.
It does.
That's what happened.
It does, definitely.
I'm gonna speak the truth. I've done it, you've done it, she's done it, you've done it. All of us have done it because
Wallfowl.
it's because we generally want to be loved by somebody.
You crave that affection.
We crave that
From a
affection,
man.
and that right man come through and rub on them titties and rub that back, and he be like, "Babe, I need to spend the night." Bitch, you end up spending 3 months with this boy.
Okay.
3 months, and then he start whooping your ass, or your
Or
girlfriend
stealing from you.
stealing. Well, that's he gonna do that from the door, girl. Trust.
Yeah.
You just act like you didn't see it the first time. Like, girl, where that dollar that was on the table?
Where my car keys
What's that
at?
car keys there? You know, what that 20? You know, well, why is his phone right here all night long? It's just, and I think that we as girls ignore a lot of signs.
They're plain naive.
We ignore. We
Yeah.
ignore a lot of signs, and I think, and that's how we put ourselves at health risks and things like that, because we don't investigate on the men deep as we should. These men will meet us here in New York City and have a rap sheet as long as motherfucking the state of Florida.
Okay.
And they was just living in California and then moved out here to a new city. And it's just like, hey, man, I'm new to the city. Yeah, you new to the city, but you done fucking killed everybody over there in California. But now you out here and you don't know nobody.
That's true.
I'm sorry. I don't know how to spit nothing else but the real tea.
And that's what we want.
The real tea.
Yeah.
I don't like fake bitches.
I
You
can't
ain't never
spit.
been like
Listen,
that.
I have experienced these. These are stuff from my own experiences. Me dealing with a boy, then next thing I know, you start dealing with him and shit like that, and the bitch writing you from halfway across the damn globe. I see you on a video with this boy. That was my boyfriend, and girl, let me tell you what he did. And then I'm like, what?
Wow.
Really?
They get you up saying
Oh my God. Let me tell y'all something about the videos, girl. Those videos are awful to do.
Sometimes they watch it to see if they know the person.
Yes.
Wow.
To out them and say, oh, he was getting fucked by a train, a big
Big dick bitch. But let me tell y'all, but I mean, I have experienced relationships like that. Like, I done met a boy in the club and we done kicked it out and sucked his dick. He done sucked mine. We done had a good motherfucking time. Now I'm feeling him. You know, and he the worst thing walking on this earth. I don't think we give ourselves opportunities to get to know the people that come into the men that come into our lives. And what I take us down 10 steps on the totem pole for is for us not giving the time of day to a man with money and fucking with a bum ass nigga.
Oh my God,
Every
that's
one
so
of us
true.
in here has fucked with a bum
I have
ass
been
nigga.
guilty of that.
And the bum ass niggas, they
Got the
usually
best
have the best dick. And the guys with the money usually blah. But yeah, you're right. What about the fact that a lot of girls, because I know I deal with this sometimes, I know a lot of other girls can relate to this, the girls that feel like if I don't get with him, then there's not going to be anyone else that's going to accept me because I'm transgender.
What you mean? Tell me, break it down a little bit.
Basically, you get with a guy because of the fact that you think that this may be your last time at love because of the fact that there's no one else that's going to be with me because I'm transgender.
Oh, you mean
Yes.
settling?
with you.
Settling.
That
yeah.
you mean settling?
Yeah.
Well, we're all here sitting on this stuff, and we're guilty of that.
Mhm.
You know, and I tell girls all the time that you gotta accept yourself first before anybody else accepts you.
Mm.
And if you and sometimes it does feel good when that man gets in the car with you and he gives you a big sloppy wet kiss in broad daylight, honey, with 1,000 people walking, honey, and he don't get in the car and lean the seat all the way back. You understand what I'm saying? It feels good. But that does not mean.
Yes.
But
Oh
that
my
does
God.
not mean that you do not do
Or
your
ask you, are your windows tinted? when you
Yes,
come
bitch,
into-
yes.
Oh, yes.
Who all stay around there or whatever. But
You say
that,
by yourself?
yes, but that does not mean that the boy that comes through and doesn't do all that you don't make him have the same type of, or you don't give him the same type of background check. Because he's probably even worse than that hiding ass nigga. Shit, he open because he done did everything. Yeah, I done got fucked in my ass. 100 others ran a train on me. Then you find out all that shit and you embarrassed.
Oh my God, like, you know, like, people do have secret lives.
Well, I just want to let the girls know to not settle. You don't have to settle. You're beautiful. You don't have to settle for nothing. If fish feel like they don't have to settle, fuck you, gotta settle for.
A lot of the fish settle too.
You know what, the fish tired for that. Well, for that thinking. Oh, excuse me, let me say. They're tired for that thinking. Let me rephrase that. They're tired for thinking that they have to settle.
Yeah.
And any girl that's whether you're trans or genetic
Our gay boy.
or a gay, you're tired to think that you have to settle. You don't have to.
Even some straight men settle.
Yeah.
Girl, yeah, but I feel like get your freak on until you're ready. Everyone does settle, but bitch, you don't have to. Get your freak on until you tired of getting your freak on. Be a thought all you want to. Wear your rubbers when you fly. But thought all you please. And when you feel like that you've gotten all that shit out of your system, then I don't think you should be in a heavy relationship at a young age. I think your hormones race too hard at a young age. I don't think so. I think you should just fuck as much as you want to until you're. I don't think people should be married in their early 20s. It's just they cheat and this and the other and whatever. They telling me I'm talking too much. So
No, you're not talking too much. I just want to say thank you.
thank you. I'm sorry for talking y'all to death.
Oh no.
You're not talking
We
us.
love to have you here.
We've been anticipating this. So
For a long time.
all three of us are so
Yes,
grateful.
thank
when
you, thank
agreed
you.
to
We
do
are
this.
Maddie Mom. We're Team Madison all the way.
Thank y'all for having me.
You're welcome, baby.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Over here,
And as we
over
like to conclude every show by saying, Milan, you want to start us off by saying
We let these hoes not to try it. So when we say don't try it, that means these hoes better not try it.
Okay.
So as we
On the
sign off-
comments, because they be reading.
'Cause they
be
read.
reading
they
us.
try us.
It'll be like 100 comments reading. I'm like, God
But it's
damn
okay,
it.
'cause
But they're
we're not-
liking it, but they're reading at the same
But they're
time.
watching.
Okay.
But
So
they're
as we
watching.
like to conclude the show and say,
Don't try it, bitch.
I know that's right. Okay, for real.
Thank you, man.
A lady just like you.
I'm not your average girl. It is tea time with the girls. We're sexual city up a notch.